Yeah, Destiny's baby. Got a little something short for y'all fuck niggas, you know. Welcome to P and the crew, P and the gang. Hope you tuned in. Time to get the views and we crack jokes like a couple of fools. But you know that nigga P is the best when it comes with the news. My nigga P is the king of this podcast shit. You peeping all the niggas trying to get in the mix. So please understand this shit right here ain't for the weak or the heart. It's all tired. He's rising like we watching the stop. So come fuck with him. Yeah, come fuck with him. Yeah, come fuck with him. You better come fuck with him.
All right, man. Hey, welcome to a new season, new episode. Same guest, though. You know what it is. I'm back. Street legend.
Hell yeah.
I know y'all remember him from part 1.
Yes, sir.
Highly requested. And part 1 was not even half of the stories that he got, man. I ain't even going to do much talking, man. How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I just proud to be back on the show, on your podcast, Pudge and Friends. That's what it is. That's what it's all about right there. So I'm here to try to blast this thing out, get you some more people and followers and stuff like that. That's what it's all about, man. And entertainment.
And let me just say this: these is all no cap. These no cap, no lies. Nigga ain't got a lot of y'all.
No. These are real life stories. These real life stories that I live. And I ain't gonna lie to you because I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old to be trying to tell niggas lies and shit like that. Niggas need to follow me and understand and learn from me. Shit. I done the damn thing in my life.
Hold on, wait. What he cracked over? What you cracking over?
Look, I got my Mick Ultra like I had last time. That's what I sip on.
Sponsor him.
No, they gonna have to sponsor us, goddamn.
Sponsors.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Michelob Ultra. You know what I'm saying?
Get on the business right there. That's some good smooth stuff. It chill it out real good because it make you talk stuff.
What you got for us today, man?
Man, look, I got so many topics today, man. It just all a bit depends on how you feeling today, your questions, and what direction you want me to go in, man. Because I went into my archive in my mind, and I went down in there deep because we're gonna top the last one that we did.
I don't know. It might be hard to top that one.
No, we're going to top that one. We're going to top that one.
It might be hard to top that one.
We got a series of stories to tell today about people that I encountered with in my life, whether they was family members or just situations and stuff like that. But the shit funny. That shit is funny as hell. These niggas are crazy. And again, I'm going to say this for the record. Crack is good. Bring crack back so that society can perform, like they used to. Hell, if we were selling crack, guess what happened?
What?
Won't be no goddamn coronavirus.
Why?
Cause hell, niggas be smoking shit out of that shit. Ain't nobody passing up a crack. Goddamn crack is a cure for the coronavirus.
No, that is true. The crackheads don't come crazy.
Look, all I can say is, I'm gonna say it for the record is, I don't see no hoes over in the hood that got goddamn coronavirus with all the bullshit they be doing over there. Ain't nobody in the hood got no coronavirus. Ain't nobody wearing no mask. They just wearing dick masks.
So, you don't know how it is now, but like the thoughts these days is running crazy, bro.
I don't know how they do. So
but I know you can tell me how back in the day how they was.
Back in the day, they were crazy, man. It was crazy back in the day because women back then, it was a different thing with women to get women in. Now today, these women, they just want to goddamn just jump on you.
That's a lie. That's a lie. I heard back in the day, as long as you had a nice car, you would get a woman. And not even a nice car, a fire paint job.
Oh yeah, I had a nice little ride back in the day, and I tell you, that made all the difference in the world with me. Cause hell, I'm an ugly nigga. Shit, I'm ugly, so I ain't gonna lie. I ain't saying I'm the prettiest person in the world, but I ain't the ugliest.
And that's why AIDS went crazy like how it did.
Nah, I didn't fuck around with no AIDS now. Goddamn, boy. I had to goddamn put that goddamn Jimmy strap on. I had to put that goddamn balloon gazooza on that. Hey, you didn't want to go up in there riding like the Lone Ranger.
It was never a time where you thought you was like, damn, but she burned me. She got me.
Oh no, I had a cousin of mine. That joker boy. Look, that joker used to get burned 12 times a week.
Damn.
That Dr. boy, look, he would goddamn get the crabs. That motherfucker get the damn gonorrhea. That motherfucker be sitting right there be burning. That's my brother too. My brother, one of my older brothers, that motherfucker called me one time tomorrow. I got like 100 ticks on me. I said, nigga, if you had 100 ticks on you, you'll be dead.
Damn.
If 100 ticks on your ass, sucking blood out of your ass, you gonna be dead. That nigga had the crabs. That's what that motherfucker had, and he didn't realize that shit. And he took that shit home because he was out there fucking around. You can't do that shit.
Yo, hold on, wait, tell me, yo, if anybody out there that's listening, yo, do crabs still exist? That seemed like a throwback STD. Like, do niggas still get crabs?
Well, hell, I don't know. I'm sure it do, but
hold on, tell me. It was this one girl, and I don't care. We get hit by it. It was this one girl in middle school, right?
Yeah.
I never knew her real name, but they used to call her Pinky. Because she looked just like this porn star named Pinky, right? Okay, and I promise you, the rumor in school was she had crabs in middle school. And what supported that rumor, right? She used to always wear her backpack to the front and have her hand inside her jacket.
Yeah, she had them motherfucking goddamn critters, boy. She had them goddamn nigger roaches. That's what they call them, nigger roaches.
Oh, man. Yeah.
You can't sit on no toilet after nobody got them nigger roaches on them like that. Because that motherfucker would jump on you and fuck you up. So, but yeah, man. I mean, back in the day, it was heavy. It was crazy. You would get crabs and gonorrhea, and if you fucked up real bad, and you got that syphilis, your ass was gonna be dead. A lot of folks didn't want to go to the goddamn doctor in my community because they were like, boy, I ain't going up in there. Shit, hell no. Nigga, take your ass to the goddamn hospital because your ass got syphilis.
Yo, imagine a nigga say, bro, I'm not gonna go. I don't want them in my business.
Well, I mean, that was the thing, though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truth, goddamn. Hell, I was a victim of that bullshit at one point in time. Shit, not the crabs, though. But I was a victim, goddamn. I had to goddamn take that damn pill for about 10 days, goddamn, that penicillin. Fucked around with this girl. I was dealing with her. She was fucking around on me. I wanted to choke that bitch out.
Nah, see, now you be unfair because you choked that one girl out when you jumped through the window. I ain't choked her out.
Yeah, but I choked a lot of bitches. I told you last time, I choked a lot of bitches. It didn't matter back for me, goddamn. I choked a bitch out in a heartbeat. You don't fuck with my feelings, and you don't fuck with my body, and you don't goddamn tell me a lie talking about you been faithful and shit like that. And then she messed around and gave me the gonorrhea.
Ooh.
She gave me the gonorrhea and I had to go, my dick leaking like crazy.
Oh.
Hey, boy, that shit was rough, boy. So long story short, hell, everybody that I know growing in the community, we had it at some point in time.
Niggas, you saying that like y'all had the cooties, bro. You can't just be, yeah, you know we had gonorrhea back in the day.
No, but hey, it was the thing, boy. It was the thing. The girl was watching that goddamn poo-tang.
Dang.
They were watching the poo-tang, and they were goddamn, everybody going up there with some dirty dicks and shit like that. So they were just doing that thing, just man. So, and guess what?
What?
You know, it was like in the beginning, my routine was strap it up, wrap it up, go on in. But then when you in a relationship with a motherfucker, and then they unfaithful like motherfucker, then that's the results of the whole shit. So that's why I said I choke a bitch out.
That is true.
I'll choke a bitch out. I'll shake the shit out of her. And hell, if the bitch hit me, I'm hitting her ass back because that shit be hurt.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? Have it, and I think I forgot what movie this was. I can't remember. Your girl hit you, right? You hit her back. She go get her brothers. They go strap up. They get the pistols.
I beat them niggas down, boy. I beat them niggas down.
3 niggas with pistols, dude?
Oh, no, I had that happen. I had that happen with one of my sons. I had that happen. So one of the stories that I'm going to tell you tonight is that one of my sons, you seen the crazy nigga, put all that Vaseline on his face. That motherfucker got there looking shiny like a motherfucker.
I remember him.
Well, his mama broke into my apartment one night. I didn't know it. I was dealing with another woman, and goddamn, I get up there.
Wait, the woman you was with the woman?
I was with a woman. I was working at my daddy's shop, and I was the assistant manager of the business. Mm-hmm. And so I was shutting the shop down. I told my woman at the time, I said, hey, go on, get us some pizza and beer. We're going to have that tonight. Here the key to the apartment. She go up there to the apartment. I'm shutting down. I'm talking to another female on the phone, trying to, just get my groove going and stuff like that, trying to stay fresh. Yeah, and next thing you know, she come back down there to the shop, and she was like, threw the goddamn beer out and threw the piece out. She said, "You motherfucker." I said, "What?" She was like, "How you gonna send me to your apartment and you got a woman and a baby in your apartment?" I said, "What?" I said, "Who the hell is that?" So I'm sitting right there like trying to rack my brain. I'm like, "You don't went to the wrong apartment," because she was a little bit of airhead any goddamn way.
She was slow. She was slow.
Well, I ain't gonna say she was slow. She was an airhead. This bitch bought 200 cakes for my sister. My sister was baking cakes. And she bought 200 cakes. What the fuck you do with 200 cakes? But anyway, different story. But anyway, so I immediately shut the shop down. I got in my daddy's van. I drove my daddy's van up to my apartment. I got in there, and sure enough,
she was in there.
One of my sons, mama, she done goddamn broke in my apartment. And this bitch was up in there with her. She had a baby already. And she done broke in the goddamn apartment. In my apartment. They done dropped her off and everything. And I'm like, how this bitch think she gonna just live with me? She said, how she gonna think you just gonna move up in here and move it, then break in, use your goddamn driver's license to break in my door and live with me? I said, bitch, you got to go. I said, you only got 1 week in this motherfucker. I said, I got a girlfriend. I got women I deal with. And next thing you know, I'm just gonna go on into a little bit and tell you.
Yo, you got the floor. You got the floor.
But here's the thing. What happened was, so I'm sitting right there. I was still working with my dad, going home every day, and I said, damn, boy, this bitch goddamn running up my light bill. She running up every goddamn thing.
In just a week.
Just in a week now. Just in a goddamn week. And then, so next thing you know, I used to come home. I wasn't rude to the baby. I played with the baby. I talked to her.
Nigga, that's your son.
No, that wasn't my son. My son didn't come until afterwards. So it was in the mix of all that week.
Nigga was talking about that dog. I petted him.
But the whole thing was when I sat right there and told this heifer, I said, look, you got to go. You got to get out of here. Because I was making $75 a week plus so many dollars per car, right? So we was doing the detail shop.
Tell me, nah, you was making $75 a week.
That was guaranteed.
Your own apartment. What was the rent like? $30?
$350 a month.
$350 a month?
$350 a month. My apartment, my rent was $350
you must have
been
living next to Shrek or something. I ain't never heard no rent.
Well, I've been known to budget. And like I said, I work for my daddy. He guaranteed me $75 a week. And then anything over 10 cars, I would get like a certain amount of money, like $25 a car.
Right.
And so I was doing good. I was doing real good, but I had to budget. But I budget by myself. I didn't budget for a woman and a baby. And then she broke into my apartment. I should have called the police on that bitch in the first place. I made a police report because that bitch paying me back goddamn fucked up. So when she, at the end of the week, when she had to leave, this bitch here, it was on Saturday morning, me and my daddy, because every week, we pay people on the weekend, on Saturday. We take all the cars back on Saturday. We go to the bank, cash check, and we pay all the help, all that shit like that. But my daddy was real known in Winder. And he was the only man had a brown van that had "She's a Bad Mama Jamma" on the back of it.
Well, that must have been his shit. That was
the shit. He was a man. That motherfucker got there. I just seen the thing on Facebook that said, if your daddy had a van like this, you got some other siblings, and I got a bunch of other siblings.
That's a fact.
So long story short, this heifer had called her mama in Savannah, and this bitch told her mama that I hit her in the head with a hammer. And I goddamn tried to suffocate her baby with a pillow. I'm sitting right there like, God damn. So me and my daddy headed back down to the shop. And we sitting out there, we riding, we cruising, and we just talking daddy and son time and shit like that. So the police put the lights on. So my dad was like, what the fuck they pulling me over? They know who the fuck I am. Shit, they know this van. They know who the shit. And then they say, no, they pull us over and they were like, hey, Johnny, where's your son? It was a woman. He said, my son's sitting right here. So they said, hey, where's Tyann ass at? I said, hell, she in my apartment. I said, what the fuck going on? So my daddy was mad. My daddy was like, what the fuck? God damn, what the hell going on?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? I said, hell, I don't know. We get up there, I got the look, I'm gonna say it like the neighbor said, I got the ambulance. I got the fire truck. I got the city police up there. I got the goddamn county sheriff up in that motherfucker. Then granted, she said I hit her in the head with a hammer.
Damn, Thor?
Look, I don't even own no hammer. I only had 4 dishes in the house. 4 dishes. I had 2 bowls, 2 plates, and 4 forks, and 2 spoons. That's all I had in the house.
2 bowls. What you need 4 forks, Lord? You just make it dry.
Well, cause I mean, hell, I was on a budget now. I was on a budget. So
I mean, if you're a bachelor, let me tell you something. Any bachelor, if you're a bachelor out there, all you need is 2 spoons, 1 fork, and a bowl.
Well, I used to have other lady friends come over there and visit from time to time, and I used to try to cook for them, and try to
be smooth.
So that's all you got to know. What I cooked, we had the forks and stuff like that. So that's why I had more forks than anything.
Say she hit you with. Say you hit her with the hammer.
She said I hit her with a hammer. There was no hammer in that apartment. I ain't even own a hammer.
I would have blanked. Yo, let me see your head. No stitches or nothing. She's lying.
Listen, this bitch didn't have a lick or nothing on her. She lied, and so she was sitting right there. So there was this police woman that. She had been in an abusive relationship, and she was like, I know you done something to her. I was like, bitch, this girl just broke in my apartment. She been here a week. I told her she got to go. So one police officer, and I still know his ass to this day, he said, hey, I don't see no signs because she refused all the medical attention that she needed because if I hit your ass in the head with a hammer, how you going to call 911?
Exactly.
Your ass going to be dead.
You dead.
And then if I'm sitting right here suffocating your baby with a pillow and there's an infant, that baby gonna be dead. So I'm sitting right there like I used to play with her baby like, just cause I knew her. So then next thing you know.
So you hitting people with hammers. That's why they call you Triple H?
Well, no, hell no. Not for that shit. Goddamn, hell no. Them motherfuckers trying to they trying to railroad nigga on that shit. Them niggas goddamn shit right there, them goddamn country white folk down in wine, them motherfuckers trying to put me behind the bars.
Oh, yeah.
But I had one white police officer that knew my granddad, and he was like, I don't believe her. And I said, I tell you what, put me in a room with a tape recorder, and I said, I promise you this girl gonna tell the goddamn truth. So sure enough, he said, all right. So he put us in a room. You know how on the police stations, all that stuff, they put you in a room, they got the recorder, they can see you, but you can't see them on the outside. So they put me in there, and I asked this bitch, I said, why the fuck you doing this shit? And I said, why you telling lies like this shit? She be like, I tell you what, you give me $450 and I'll tell the truth. I said, so this bullshit is about money? She said, yeah, I need to get back to Savannah. I said, well, hell, your mom and them are already down here. You can catch a ride for free. I said, what the fuck you need $450? I said, okay, all right. If that $450 gonna take what it do, I said, all right, I got you. Next thing you know, goddamn police officer came in there, and he looked at her. He told me, he said, get your ass out of here. So I walked out to the front of the jail, and I never seen her until that bitch came back and talking about she had a baby by me. I was like, damn. And then, so going back to the whole thing about, jumping on women and their brothers and stuff like that. So she came back with this little bitty baby, and this little bitty baby, ugly as a motherfucker, man. That motherfucker ugly. Right? That nigga ugly. Shit. That motherfucker ugly. And I was like, that's my son? Shit, that nigga ugly. I said, damn, I know I'm ugly, but I ain't that goddamn ugly. That motherfucker ugly. Anyway, so they came down and they tried to jump on me. They was trying to jump on me, right? And so
tell me, how mad? How mad can niggas be to drive from Savannah to Atlanta? And you mad? You was mad that's 4 hours. You was mad the whole drive there to beat a nigga up. You gotta drive 4 hours. You gotta stay mad 4 hours just to see a nigga and beat him up.
But look, believe it or not, and I'm gonna tell you this shit. Her older brother name was Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah.
His name was Michael Jackson.
That nigga was bad.
So that nigga was trying to beat it, and I was gonna beat him. I was gonna beat his ass. So them motherfuckers, she had her brother named Michael Jackson, and then her other brother, goddamn, I don't forgot what the hell his name is, but he was a faggot. And hey, so all the BFDG, all them stuff like that, we ain't trying to offend y'all and shit, but back in my era, we call y'all faggots. But anyway,
oh my god.
Oh, his name was Bubba. His name was Bubba.
Any nigga, I know that nigga was a big fat country nigga, swole.
Look, the Michael Jackson brother, that motherfucker, big old mechanic looking motherfucker. That nigga goddamn half past midnight. That motherfucker, that hot dog, that motherfucker was.
What about Bubba? He was in...
Bubba goddamn skinny like
that's contradicting, bro.
Bubba was skinny as motherfucker.
That's oxymoron, bro. You can't be a skinny nigga named Bubba.
I know, but that's what they call his ass.
If your name Bubba, Buddha, Fats, or Man, you gotta be a big nigga, bro.
It's like what you call an oxymoron. Bullshit.
Yeah, it's an oxymoron, bro. It can't be no skinny nigga named Bubba.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That motherfucker name, he was skinny as a motherfucker. That motherfucker looked like a goddamn toothpick. He trying to goddamn come up to me, a baby Mike Tyson at the time, because I was built and he want to fight me.
What he said to you?
Well, they were talking shit. Them motherfuckers goddamn talking shit. So I said, I can't fight both of y'all at the same time. Mm-hmm. I said, but I can shoot both of y'all. so what I did was my daddy had a Jeep Cherokee and he was parked in there. He had the door open. So when they pulled up and they got out of the car and they started talking shit, they thought that they were gonna attack me. Mm-hmm. And I said, I can fight, but I can't fight these two niggas at the same time. Yeah. So what I did was I went and got the pistol, the same pistol that I own today, and I goddamn shot at them niggas.
You bust at them?
I goddamn shot at them niggas. Them niggas goddamn running, goddamn. I mean, I wasn't trying to shoot to kill. I was trying to shoot to scare. Right. Because I was like, y'all ain't gonna fuck with me like that. And so the whole entire time they like, that boy crazy. He crazy. So, but the thing is, you know, what my son's mom and them, their family, they know they can't fuck with me. I was threatening to beat her mama ass because her mama was goddamn talking shit. Then I get down there, goddamn one time, her daddy down there, he talking shit. This nigga got in his throat. He got this motherfucking thing. He got a press in his neck to talk. I said, nigga, how you gonna sit right here and talk shit to me? Nigga, all I gotta do is fucking cut your goddamn air compressor and all. Goddamn, you sit right there trying to talk shit that you gonna beat my ass. Nigga, I'll fucking pull that, yank that damn thing out your throat. Nigga, you'll suffocate, goddamn.
What he was saying?
He was on some bad bullshit, though. He was on some mad bullshit, and I was like, I'm finna beat your ass. And all they ain't even have to fight. All they had to do was yank that thing out of his throat. So he could got that because he had throat cancer. Now, forgive me, but fuck that motherfucker. He's still living, though. But you ain't gonna sit right here and talk and get anything, a threat against me, I'm retaliating.
That's them cigarettes. What them cigarettes do.
Man, that motherfucker out there smoking cigarettes, smoking crack. This motherfucker smoking everything he can get his hand on. That motherfucker smoking goddamn pine trees, goddamn Leland cypress trees. That thing was smoking everything he can get his hands on.
Shout out to Savannah though, cause I got family out there.
Yeah, I know you got family down there. I got family down there too. I mean, I got a crazy ass son down there. This nigga goddamn, boy, I don't know. I gotta check his goddamn DNA. This nigga, boy, he is crazy. He ain't got my goddamn skills.
Wait. Wasn't like one time he was watching porn? He was watching porn on your laptop.
Yeah, he was okay. So everybody, I want y'all to know I'm the karaoke king of the South.
Talk to him.
So I want y'all to know that if it come to karaoke, I'm your man. Reach out to me. We can sing and we can do the dance.
That's a fact.
Let me tell you, I got this crazy ass son, the one I'm talking about. This motherfucker, me personally, on this one laptop, I never put online. I brought this nigger in, and this motherfucker, goddamn, I never put this laptop online. This nigga was goddamn down in my basement. I built a stage in my basement to do karaoke. This nigga down there on stage, jacking off online. How you gonna jack off on stage? What the hell you doing? And then he got there and gave my computer all kind of advisors, dick juice all over the goddamn place and shit. And then he said right there, I gotta find me a woman. Nigga, get the fuck out. That's what I was trying to say. Get the fuck out, nigga. This motherfucker, shit.
Shout out to Savannah, though. Y'all dirty. Y'all dirty. It's dirty, but it's lit.
Savannah is good. The niggas down there is fucked up.
That's a fact.
That's what I gotta say. Because I like Savannah. But all I can say is there's some fucked up niggas down there. And to everybody who listening that's from Savannah, not all y'all motherfuckers crazy, but y'all know what it do.
In fact,
y'all know exactly what it do.
It's this show. It comes on FX, right? But it's also on Hulu called Snowfall, and I've been trying to get you to watch it. Mm-hmm. Man, it is so good. It's about basically selling coke in the 80s, bro. And I'm telling you,
I lived it.
I would have been going crazy in the 80s, bro.
Dude, I lived it, bro. I lived it. All I can tell you is back in them time frames right there, you know, Southern Dope back in that time. Shit, when Nino Brown came out, New Jack City came out, everybody wanted to be Nino Brown.
For real?
Everybody wanted to be Nino Brown.
See, I'm Nino Brown, you G Money, you know what I'm saying?
No, I ain't no G Money. No, I ain't no G Money.
You light skin.
I'm brown skinned, nigga. Them motherfuckers got that. I'm brown skinned.
Actually, no, I'm not Nino. That nigga a rap. No, I'm not.
Yeah, goddamn.
I'm not Nino. Nino was a rap. Nino was a rap. G Money was soft. Pookie was a crackhead. Dudder Man was retarded. Keisha was the only gangster. Keisha, I can't say Ice-T because he was a cop. Keisha was a gangster.
Yeah, she was a gangster. She was a gangster.
Yeah,
She wasn't. I ain't gonna take that away from her. But every nigga back in the '80s when Nino Brown came out, and I think it came out a little bit in the '90s.
Yeah, I think New Jack City came out in '91, if I'm not mistaken.
So what happened was everybody thought in where I live and where I came from, and hell, even me. Then I had that big old goddamn
flat
box.
Yeah.
I had this box. That motherfucker was up to the ceiling. I had that motherfucker dyed red and laid to the slide. But man, let me tell you, boy, you couldn't tell me shit. You know, because at that time frame of my life, I thought I was a man.
Thought you was Nino Brown?
Well, everybody thought they was Nino Brown. Especially when I bought that goddamn bag phone. I thought I had a bag phone. And I was sitting right there goddamn paying an $800 a month goddamn phone bill just to talk to these crazy ass fucking bitches. Hey, excuse me on this lane, but hell, I'm just keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
But look, I was sitting right there. I parked in front of my grandmama's house, and I had a Honda CRS. It was canary yellow. You couldn't tell me shit. I had a goddamn sunroof in that motherfucker, boy. I thought I was a shit. I was a gangster of the road in Beaufort, Georgia. I thought I was a gangster. Goddamn, everybody thought I was a shit. Everybody feared me. All kind of shit. I can tell you a story about one of my crazy moments where when I was doing the allegedly doing the drug thing, they had this bitch called, her name was, they called her Dinky.
Dinky?
Her name was Dinky. And so when I was doing my business in the street, I would get to a point where I just shut it down. I didn't do no dealings or nothing like that. And so one night I was sitting there and I was just chilling with my brother Gary. We stayed in this house. It was an old house. This motherfucker had 100 rooms in that motherfucker. That's how big this house was.
Yeah, 100 rooms?
100
Oh, 100.
rooms.
I thought you said, yeah, it's so old, yeah, 100 rooms.
It was big. That motherfucker big. You got them go upstairs, downstairs, around stairs, bottom stairs, all this stuff like that. So it's an old house. It was a really old house. And so I used to go up there and chill because, you know, do my thing with my brother and stuff like that because I was taking care of him as well. Mm-hmm. And so one night, Dinky, her sister Laura, all of them, they came up there and they wanted to get some crack. Cause crack is good, right? Crack is good. Allegedly. But I was like, I said I shut the store down a long time ago. I'm just chilling. I'm just drinking beer. I just want to sleep. I want to chill out. Man, they kept messing with me, kept fucking with me and shit like that. And so at that point in time, I kept telling them, stop fucking with me. Because if you keep fucking with me, I'm going to shoot you. And so we sitting right there. And
wait, what was they saying to you?
They kept, come on, wake up, Pepper, get up. I need to get me a dime bag. I need to get me this. I need to get that. And I know they ain't had no money. All they was trying to do was suck my dick and try to get some goddamn shit. That's all they were trying to do. That was the thing in the past. And I was like, I want to.
That's the thing now.
Is it? That's the thing now with pills? Hell, everybody take pills. That motherfucker want to go straight to sleep.
Exactly.
So how the hell they got there trying to do all that? But back then, they sat right there and they kept fucking with me. And I told them, I said, look, leave me the fuck alone. I'm trying to sleep. The shop is shut down. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I said, go see somebody else. And then next thing you know, they kept fucking with me. I got up. when they kept fucking with me, and I shot at their asses. I know I could have hit them now. I could have hit them.
So you missed on purpose. I was about to say your aim must be off, bro.
Yeah, no, I missed on purpose.
I don't never hear
I just
those.
shot out the window, and my brother Gary had a goddamn heart attack, and he went over there and he slapped the fuck out of them bitches. He said, "Y'all leave. I told y'all to leave my brother alone."
What's up with y'all and hitting women, bro? Y'all niggas
Man,
crazy.
fuck them goddamn bitches. Some of them bitches goddamn get hit like men. I ain't gonna lie.
don't
Some of them
know,
bitches, look. Dinky, Lord Brayboy, and all their family, them some big ass bitches. Them bitches got fists bigger than mine. I got Shrek hands. And then look, them bitches can beat your ass. And so you can't take that shit lightly. Hell, I never forget. Goddamn, they tore Gary ass up.
They jumped Gary?
They jumped Gary. They jumped my brother Gary. They jumped his ass. And I said, God damn, boy, punch. Do some punching or something. Then they was slinging his ass around and all that shit. This motherfucker had on the Inspector Gadget goddamn jacket. He had one of them goddamn trench coats on. And that motherfucker, they was swinging his ass around. I felt bad for his ass. I had to jump in as a referee. Hey, nope. Stop this shit. Or I'm gonna beat y'all ass.
Gary said, where you was at when the fat bitch jumped on me?
Yeah. Look, that was another time too, goddamn Gary. He sitting right here fighting over this damn bitch. She was a hoe or beefer. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she is. She don't disappear. There ain't nobody can't find her ass and shit like that.
Like she really disappeared?
She disappeared. It was Gary's son's mama, and she disappeared. Don't nobody know what that bitch is, stuff like that. But she was a hoe. And I ain't saying that. Maybe she dead. I mean, but God bless her soul. But she was a hoe.
God bless her soul, but she was a hoe.
Yeah. But guess what? This bitch disappeared. So when Gary was dealing with her, so me and Gary at one point in time, we used to hang out together and do shit. And then so one night we was all partying. We went to this party and Gary was fucked up. He was drunk. Mm-hmm. You don't fight when you drunk. Your motor skills ain't right. You sit right there and be like, goddamn, I'm punching right, but you punching left.
See, that's the thing. When you fight when you drunk, it's either it can go absolutely good for you, or absolutely bad.
Gary was so fucked up, he could barely fucking walk. He shouldn't been. Fight.
Them niggas went crazy on him. I know they beat him up.
So the guy that his baby mama was fucking with was in my same grade school. So Gary older than me, and so I sit right there and say, okay, I know I can beat this nigga ass. I'm beat this nigga ass before. Mm-hmm. And so him and my brother got to fighting because Gary got a mouth on it. Gary got them be talking shit. He said all this stuff. And he said a bunch of bullshit to this guy that one night. And so when they got into a fight, okay, I'm a man. I believe that it's got to be fair, right?
Nope. Not when it's your brother. Not when it's your brother.
No.
Man, listen.
He started that shit. My brother started that shit.
Don't mean nothing. My little brother, I got a little brother right now. That nigga is 14. If you get into a fight, I don't care if you 14. I am hitting you, bro. I am hitting the nigga that's fighting.
I don't believe that. Because of the way I was raised.
They do it to him? So,
hey. Nope. So what happened was, my brother talked shit to him and told him, nigga, I'm gonna beat your goddamn ass, nigga, fuck that. So they got into a fight. My brother hit him. He hit my brother. My brother got them already drunk. My brother fell out. But when he hit my brother...
No, don't try to skip past that. He knocked him out.
No, he didn't knock him out. He hit him. And then what I did was, when I sat right there and watched the fight, and then when I realized that my brother couldn't handle himself, so I grabbed the guy. Mm-hmm. I grabbed the guy and I said, you ain't finna do this motherfucking shit. And he just threw his hands up. And he walked away because I had beat that nigga ass before, right? And so I said, but then still to this day, probably like last year, goddamn, my brother talking about, yeah, you didn't even try to help me out. You just let him beat me up. You start a fucking fight by yourself, and you want me to jump in and beat some nigga ass over a bitch?
What did he say? What about the time he tried to choke me? He tried to choke me in his smoke backyard. Oh, that was different.
Yeah, shit, man. I ain't finna goddamn fight nobody battle. Now, you fuck with my kids, now that's a different story. Your ass gonna die. You say one fucking crazy thing to my kids, okay.
You can't say that because you don't have no aim. All these stories you telling me about you shooting at a nigga, I ain't never heard one story about you saying you hit him.
Shit.
You never hit.
Look, you gotta be crazy, boy.
You ain't never hit.
All I'm gonna tell you is I ain't gonna incriminate myself.
Oh no. Talking about
I ain't gonna incriminate myself, but I can tell you that there's been plenty of stories that come where I
You hit
the bullet hit, and some of them niggas didn't make it.
Allegedly.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. So I'm gonna tell you a couple stories.
Allegedly, a nigga headbutted the bullet. That's all I'm.
So I'm gonna tell you a story about a cousin of mine. This nigga gay. Okay, this motherfucker gay. This nigga look like Mike Tyson. This nigga built like Mike Tyson. This nigga sucking dick and taking dick in the ass and all that shit. Listen, and that shit is crazy because here's the thing is, we live right next door to each other. My grandmama's house was on one part, and then his mama, which is my aunt, they live next door. So when I was growing up, you know, hell, I used to go to the house all the time. And so, you got to keep in mind, this nigga, when he played football, his legs were so big, they were bigger than my goddamn torso.
Damn.
This nigga was big.
Right.
And when he kicked the football on the football field, he was a field goal kicker. He would kick the ball over the big ass gym over to the other side of the road. That's how big this joker was, right?
Damn.
And so people used to say, boy, his name Horse now. They call him Horse. And so I ain't know. I just knew that goddamn his nickname was Horse, just for whatever. And so, but I didn't know he was a real horse.
Nah, we're not gonna do this. We're not doing this. Ain't no stallion talk over here.
But look, so one morning, I never forget. I was, coming up. I was a gangster, but I was good in school. So I was real smart. And so when I was in school, I remember I used to stay at my aunt's house late at night. Then I go back to my grandma because I live with my grandma and granddaddy's house. Mm-hmm. And I remember that one morning I had to go back over there because on the school we were going on a trip to Dahlonega. The name of the group was called the Who Club. It was all about kids who made straight A's and stuff like that. I get over there, the damn door's locked like a motherfucker. I'm like, how in the hell? I done been over here 100 million times and the doors ain't been locked. Mm-hmm. So I knew my aunt because every Saturday my aunt was a nurse, and so my uncle would take her to work on Saturday, so I knew they were gone. So I messed around. And I said, well, I can't get in the side door that was always open. I can't get in the front door and it's open. So I know what his room is. So I'm going back there to knock on his room. Soon as I hit the corner, a known faggot named Potato. This nigga named Potato. And this nigga goddamn looked like midnight, goddamn it. And he was crawling out the window.
Damn.
And I was like, so all the rooms was leading up to, I said, damn, my cousin really fucking gay. This nigga a faggot. For real. Now, I didn't change the way I loved him, but I'm like, damn, this nigga look like Mike Tyson. This nigga built like a motherfucker goddamn.
Nah, see, that's the one thing about gay dudes. Them niggas can fight. I got this one cousin, right? Gay. And no, not a problem.
No,
love him.
Fight.
Yes, they can. I got this one cousin, he's gay. Love him to death. That nigga, I heard that nigga is undefeated in the hood. He was beating this nigga up so bad, nigga had to hit him with a vase. I promise you.
Well,
and if you listening to it right now, cuz, I love you. Matter of fact, he did lose a fight. Allegedly. Yeah. This is what I heard from my little cousin. Other little cousin, I got a little cousin named Junior, right? In Miami, I'm pretty sure they do it up here too, but it's this thing called the Martin Luther King. On Martin Luther King Day, they have a parade. Mm-hmm. Goes through the whole city, right? So he was at the parade with my little cousin Junior. Junior told me that some nigga pulled up on him and like slammed that nigga so hard. He said both of his knees was over his head. Junior said he slammed that nigga so hard. He sent that nigga so hard, but they just got on the bus and left. That's what I heard, bro.
Look. Let me tell you that my cousin Horse, I tell you what, one time, like, you know, me and my cousin Bryce and Luther, we all used to ride around and drink and shit like that. And so one time, Tim Horse's mama, his name was Tim.
What's his real name? I'm not calling nigga no Horse. I ain't calling nigga Horse.
Yeah, that nigga goddamn, they say a horse now, goddamn.
Shout out to Tim.
So his name Tim. And so we went over there, and so me and another cousin, which is a girl, we got into a fight. Like I said, I'll choke a bitch out. I ain't gonna lie. I'll choke a bitch out. I'll slap a bitch. Don't disrespect me. I ain't gonna lie. I'll slap a bitch. She slapped me, and hell, that shit hurt. I don't give a fuck. You talking about real man? them bitches be hitting hard, shit. And it's just a reaction. You slap the fuck out of me and make me look stupid, I'm gonna slap your ass back or shake the shit out of you once. So she slapped the shit out of me. And so we was sitting right there. And so I was getting ready to get in her ass. I was goddamn getting ready to get her ass. And so Tim / Horace, he come out there and talk, hey man, you ain't gonna be in here talking crazy to my mama. I said, nigga, I ain't saying nothing to your mama. I said, man, KK, me and her got into it. So he bigger than me now. Like I said, I'm a smaller frame than him. This, like I said, this nigga look just like Mike Tyson. He built like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm built like goddamn Raw Jones Jr. Goddamn the small version of Raw Jones Jr. Next thing you know, me and him got into a goddamn argument, and I fuck around, and we locked up. I picked this motherfucker up and slammed his ass down. And this motherfucker take off running. I'm like, nigga, that bigger than me. So that's what I'm saying. Now, he bisexual. Oh, I got some story to tell about his ass. This nigga was at my uncle's house. And my uncle, we lived in a trailer park. My uncle was a goddamn bootlegger. This nigga had shut the whole trailer park down because he had about 5 faggots down there fighting over him, who gonna leave with him. This nigga had 5 faggots. I'm talking about 5 faggots. The LGL, whatever the community is, whatever y'all listen and stuff like, I ain't got nothing against y'all. Y'all can suck all the dick y'all want to do.
Oh my God.
Y'all can do all the dick sucking y'all want. I ain't mad at y'all because y'all do what y'all want to do. But they got down there, and there was this faggot named Philip, and then this motherfucker got down, Jamario. And them motherfuckers
Jamario was he Hispanic, ain't he?
No, Jamario black. He black. My oldest son is related to them. And so they got into a whole fight on who gonna leave with him. They was sitting right there talking about who gonna leave with him. They got into a fight, and my cousin sitting there rubbing his stomach, talking, well, y'all work it out. Work it out, nigga. Goddamn shit. You need to be leaving with a bitch. So one time,
he said y'all work it out.
Yeah, they need to work it out. And then hell, Philip got there. On the faggotry shit. I don't give a fuck what you do, but you can't have no fucking shaved fucking bumps on your face and think you gonna be feminine.
Oh yeah,
This nigga got there. Look, this nigga got married to this black nigga. That's what my granddaddy used to say, black nigga. And this motherfucker goddamn, he had shaved bumps, and this motherfucker was in the goddamn a wedding dress. How the hell you do that shit?
Oh, what?
I got pictures of this shit.
Around what year was this?
Hell, it was in the 90s. It was in the 90s.
I thought same-sex marriage wasn't legal then.
Well, it wasn't. It wasn't then. But the hell, they call themselves together. They had pictures and all kind of stuff and shit. But anyway, so long story short, my cousin Tim, horse. They said that motherfucker hung like a horse.
Oh, wait. They used to call me that in high school. That's why y'all used to call me horse?
Oh, yeah.
That's
okay,
why?
Right. Yeah. If you don't open up your goddamn blue jeans when you goddamn pull out, you ain't no horse.
No.
You goddamn horse when you got to open up your belt and unbuckle your pants and unzip your zipper and then drop it like it's hot. Then you a horse.
Dog, you was crazy.
If you goddamn unzip your zipper and you goddamn pull your shit out there, you ain't no horse. You're a pony.
You're a pony. Going back to the Nino Brown conversation. Around when did you notice that the gangs really started taking over and had an effect on the drug game? Because I know you wasn't gangbanging like that.
No,
but I know it had some effect on the drug.
You talking about gangs?
Yes.
Okay.
Gangs.
So gangs wasn't around. I mean, they was probably in the vicinity, but they wasn't where I lived at. We didn't play that shit.
Yeah.
We probably, I'm gonna say north of Beaufort. They had all the shit because all the Spanish folks were coming in and doing shit like that. But the thing is, in Beaufort, we ain't had no gang. It was an individual. We got down had individual.
And like cliques?
We had little cliques, and we had to, like I said, we believed in the one-on-one fights. I remember one time these two guys got to fighting. It was buckwheat. I know that sounds crazy. It's a typical goddamn hood name. Buckwheat and Calvin Brown. Them motherfuckers got to fight one day, and them motherfuckers were fighting like hell. And you tell me why all the niggas goddamn gathered around to watch them fight, but didn't try to break it up. And I never forget, goddamn Buckwheat hit goddamn Calvin in the stomach, and he fought it. And that's what stopped the fight. When he hit him in the stomach and he fought it, they just start laughing, and that stopped the fight. Them motherfuckers goddamn like shit. They just laughing their ass off, and I was sitting right there like, I'm a little kid. I'm sitting right there like, God damn, you don't fought it? You don't fought it? Shit.
That's a great deal breaker. That's a great deal breaker.
But the thing is, my first dead body that I seen was Calvin Brown.
Damn.
First body, I was 14 years old, and I never forget. They had the news. They had Channel 2 News, Channel 5 News. They had all these motherfuckers come out there. And I don't know how, because I didn't live by any other standards of like a little kid, because my mama worked at night. And
you lived in goon rules then.
Yeah, so my sisters and brothers, they were older, so they were doing all their own things. So I would always be at home by myself. So I was all up in everybody's business.
Yeah.
And so when I got the word that this man had died, I walked down because he was in the trailer park that I lived in. So I walked down to the trailer park, to the end of the trailer park, and I walked up, and I walked all the way up in the trailer, and I seen this man sitting up in there. He had a goddamn needle stuck in his arm.
He OD'd.
He OD'd, and he just sitting right there like he was asleep. This nigga looked like he was asleep. I was like, damn, I said, hell, what's wrong with it? So when I seen him, and I was like, damn, he looked like he just sleeping. I was like, this nigga dead? Shit. So, long story short, goddamn, the guys, they shot up with him and did all that shit because, again, heroin had came in at that point in time. Everybody was shooting up and doing stuff like that. And this nigga, basically, they shot up some shit, and it was bad stuff, and he died from that shit. But I seen that shit at 14 years old. And
I know that was traumatizing.
No, it wasn't traumatizing me because you got to understand that I was a gangster in development at that early age because I had anger.
Baby gangster?
Yeah, I was a baby gangster. I had anger issues because my mama and daddy didn't live together. My daddy didn't come around for a while, so I goddamn went crazy for a minute, and that's what led up to all the future shit that I talked about before because my daddy, I ain't gonna say my daddy wasn't around. He did come around. But I just it was hard for me to accept the fact that they wasn't together, and I didn't wake up every day with him, and I had to see him every 2 weeks or every weekend or stuff like that. So, but anyway, I seen that shit. That shit was crazy, and let me tell you, it didn't even bother me. And then after that, all the dead bodies I seen after that, it never fazed me. It never fazed me because I was like, hell, I guess that's just part of life. They fucked up. They got killed. They got shot. They whatever. What it is. So I didn't never ever goddamn think no more about it. Now you can say I'm crazy, but I'll be crazy. But shit, that's the man. Let me tell you, them motherfuckers goddamn it up there where I was living at was crazy. So there was this one time, I'm going to tell you the funny story, because I was always crazy, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I lived in Sugar Hill, bought my first house, hell, I was shit. And so here was me, I just got married, bought a house, and so I'm a newlywed, right?
Uh-huh.
I always had a gun, and so this is going to goddamn crack you up. So me and my cousin Bryce, we always used to get together. I told you about this before off the record that we used to play cards every weekend and do all this stuff like that. And so me and my wife, we got there. She was sleeping, and I was like, well, I got to get out of the house, and I got to figure out a way. So I called him up, and I created an argument. Okay, I created an argument so that I can goddamn get out of the house and go over there and whoop his ass. I was like, I'm coming over there. I'm fucking up. You talking shit? I'm coming over there. So I get outside. I get in the car, and God, His blessings and stuff like that. My car wouldn't start. So I had my 9mm. I had to walk over there. So, but here's the thing, it wasn't no issue. I just tried to create an argument to get out of the house, so my wife wouldn't think nothing crazy. And so then next thing you know, I walk all the way up the street, go to the goddamn bill store, buy a bill, walk into Bryce's house. Bryce scared as hell of me, and he got the hell on. And so as I'm walking, I got a 12-pack. These niggas drove by me and didn't say shit. Damn. These niggas drove by me. So as I'm walking to Bryce's house, I guess it must have been a raccoon. As soon as I got down, heard a raccoon was coming out, I pulled my gun out, and my gun fell apart. That motherfucker, I shit you not. That goddamn, I pulled the gun out, and I go, click. That motherfucker did like this. Boom. Every goddamn part, I had to pick up every single part of that damn 9mm on the goddamn ground.
Got the gun from Risky, bro. That's all I'm saying. You can't be getting your guns from anywhere, from the Chinese.
Well, I mean, that gun has always worked up until that point. But then, like I said, they drove by me. I didn't realize they drove by me, but I got to his house after I picked my gun up and pieced that motherfucker back together and put it in my pocket. And then them niggas were gone. Hell, it was so bad. Goddamn Brian called his mama and said, I don't know what's wrong with Pepper. And his mama told him, you need to leave your house. Nigga, how am I gonna make you leave your own goddamn house?
That nigga's a punk.
Yeah, that nigga, I don't know what the fuck it is, but that motherfucker was just
That nigga's a punk. Nigga made you retreat at your own crib.
I know, he got the fuck on, and I'm sitting right there like, goddamn, I'm just coming over there to drink some beer. And they passed by me, seen me with a 12-pack. So how am I gonna come to kill you
with a 12-pack?
With a 12-pack, nigga, I'm coming to drink with you.
Shout out to Bryce, man.
Yeah, Bryce, goddamn, he whatever he is today and whatever. He good nigga though. He good nigga. Nigga, goddamn head. He couldn't even fit. They had a special order football helmet for his ass. Goddamn.
He wasn't like wilding when y'all was back in the day, right? Like he wasn't in the streets with y'all, right?
No. Bryce wasn't no goddamn street person. He was always in the sports. He was always in sport. That nigga could run. That nigga could run like he was running from a goddamn tiger in Africa. That nigga can run. That nigga can jump over your ass and shit like that. That nigga should have been in the NFL, but he let some pussy fuck him up. That nigga went to college. This nigga was playing pro ball while he was in high school.
Damn. You know them coaches. You know them coaches was doing something illegal.
He was on TV. And so, like, his daddy got them chartered a bus and took everybody down to Florida. I didn't go because I was like, I don't want to get on no bus. But all the motherfuckers got down. This nigga got on a bus. They went down there. This nigga was playing pro ball, and he was in high school. That's how good he was. And then when he graduated, like right now, there's some things in the archive where you see that he was signing goddamn a contract to go to school and all that stuff like that. You know, acceptance of the school and stuff like that. And he went to West Georgia. But then he let a bitch fuck all that shit up.
For real?
Yeah, he let a bitch fuck that up. Because she was like, oh, I love you. I need you here. And she got pregnant by him, which is his son. And then this nigga came home. This nigga did some bullshit. This nigga goddamn shaved his eyebrows, his eyelashes, and everything, facial hair, and all his hair on his face.
That nigga was walking around looking like an egg.
He was trying to get into a fraternity, and that was one part of the thing.
Man, let me tell you right now, that's you gotta. What type of nigga is you? You drinking toilet water and wearing an onion necklace just to be in a group? Bro, you're lame. You're lame. You let niggas bend you over and hit you with a leather.
Man, I would beat the fuck out of that motherfucker. What the fuck? I'm gonna let you goddamn beat me with a goddamn thing? Hell, when I was growing up in school. Hell, we used to goddamn have the principal, goddamn, we do something wrong and we had to bend our hands, put our hands on the desk and they used to give it a pound. What the fuck for, nigga? You trying to beat me for slavery or something? I didn't have the hell, I wasn't doing nothing that bad. Goddamn, you to spank me like that. Hit me with that goddamn wooden paddle and shit. Yeah, one time, I shit you not, I was in goddamn elementary school. That motherfucker goddamn took me in the goddamn, took me in the principal office, and he was like, I'm gonna give you a spanking. Put your hands on the table. And I said, I don't think this fair. I don't think this fair. You beat me like this. I grabbed the goddamn paddle. I grabbed his goddamn hand. I wouldn't even let him goddamn hit me. And I was strong because I was chunky. I was real chunky as a little kid.
He was white?
Huh? Yeah, he was white. Hell, everybody been white. Tell me when you seen the black principal. Black, not when I was growing up. Yeah. Shit, hell, we ain't seen no black president until
2008.
Goddamn when Obama came in there. Hell, he ain't always goddamn black.
So you was letting a white man beat you?
No, he was beating the fuck out of me. But I got to that point. I grabbed his goddamn hand and he called my parents. He called my mama.
You think that it happen nowadays?
Shit, you let that shit happen today.
These kids,
these niggas finna goddamn, they gonna beat that motherfucker up. They motherfucker gonna be sitting out there waiting when that damn principal come out of that office and trying to go to his car. And them niggas, if they don't flatten his tires, they gonna beat his ass like crazy.
It never was a time. I'm gonna just ask you, bro. I know you seen some wild stuff. Have you? And I've seen this before. I forgot who it was. I didn't know the teacher and I didn't know the girl. It was some twins. They actually fought this teacher at Central, this high school that I went to. Have you ever seen a time where a teacher squared up with a student? Like, nah, come on. You gotta holler at me.
I ain't gonna say that, but I can tell you that when I was in high school, well, I was in middle school, but we had to go to high school because I was in a band. And I can tell you my cousins, like, I was good on the trumpet, and I stayed in first chair, right? I was always in first chair. And so because I was in first chair, my brother was in college, so my brother come home from college, and he used to teach me college music, and I could read all the music and look play, and I practice all the time.
Nigga think he August Rush.
So what happened was, this white boy, I played my solo, right? Mm-hmm. And when I played my solo, I didn't miss a lick. I played it. And I played the whole goddamn thing. Didn't miss a lick. Everything was good. This white boy goddamn played his, and he paused and stopped, and he couldn't play. He was off on his notes and stuff like that. Because I had held first chair for so long, mm-hmm. The white band director decided that he gonna put me from first chair to fourth chair. So I was like, how in the hell you gonna do that? I said he didn't play better than me. So I just let it be. So my cousins, they was the drummers. They one cousin played the big bass drum, but he hit the boom, boom, boom. And the other cousin, he played the snare drums. So he had the little snare drums on that. So when they seen that shit happen, they beat the goddamn band director up.
They beat the band director up?
They threw goddamn every fucking stick they had at that motherfucker. They was goddamn throwing them motherfucker like goddamn darts. Boom! Boom! They were hitting his ass, but I got in trouble. Because
they did it for you.
But, I mean, they did it for me, but I didn't do shit. All I did was commenting on the fact that, hell, I played better than him.
Yeah, bro, I could tell you, just from, like, stories that I hear and, like, certain stuff that I see on YouTube, I know racism in the educational system back then was crazy, bro.
Oh, no, I seen it. I seen it. I seen it firsthand because back in my era, with all my cousins and stuff like that, I was the first one in my group, and my cousins, to date a white girl. And so I used to have to sneak to see her. Now I had a black girlfriend at the same time now. So I would see the white girl at one point on the front side where the white folk was at, and then on the second break, I would see the black girl on the other side. But there was one time where I got out of school. Now you gotta understand how connected I was because my aunt was a police officer who directed traffic. And so she would come over to the school every morning and then every evening, right? Mm-hmm. So, but that was my aunt. And so, I don't know what happened that day, but I remember I got into a confrontation with somebody white. And so, the goddamn principal, his name was Mr. Waldron. That motherfucker come out there, and that son bitch goddamn called me a nigger.
The principal?
The principal called me a nigger. I was like, I'm gonna fuck this motherfucker up. I was like, you called me a nigger?
You cried, bro. Why back in the day when it was like racism and stuff, black people ain't do nothing but cry.
I didn't cry. I ain't no nigga. I retaliated.
I'm a successful black
That was my whole thing was I retaliated because so if you had to take me and my mentality back to the slavery days, I would have killed every fucking white goddamn person in the goddamn world. Cause look, you ain't even talk to me no any kind of goddamn way. I mean, look, I'm black. They white. Okay, we all different. We got damn Skittles. That's what I look at. So your life ain't no more better than my life, and my life ain't no better than your life. But you gonna sit right here and think that you white privilege bullshit?
So they pull up on you in Africa. They say, "Yo, get on this boat." What you saying?
If I get me getting on the boat from Africa, first of all, I ain't been to Africa.
No, back then.
No, hell no.
They say, "Yo, nigga, get on this boat."
No, hell no. I'm gonna beat the motherfucker's ass. I'm gonna fight. You ever seen Rosewood?
I seen Rosewood so long ago.
Yeah, but I'm saying I ain't finna get on no goddamn boat. You nigga, so you gonna pay me to get on this boat? But you gonna put me in some shackles? Oh no, hell no. If I can't run the boat, nigga, I ain't getting on the boat.
You heard what Sean P said? He said, "I watched Rosewood, then I go outside and slap a cracker."
No, I'm gonna slap all the crackers. Shit, I'm slapping all the motherfuckers. I'm telling you, I love white people and stuff like that, but goddamn, don't come to me no crazy goddamn way with no racist bullshit. Goddamn, look, that's a crazy thing. You got a lot of white people that goddamn, they sit right there and they want to be racist and shit like that.
That is funny though. I don't think I would survive if I was a slave neither. I was like, no, nigga.
But guess what? All the white people that I know, they go to the damn tanning bed. Why you going to the tanning bed? Nigga, you want to be black.
Oh, for
sure.
They
want to get dark.
For sure.
They want to get dark and they want to do all this shit, but then you want to call me a nigga.
Oh,
you want to call me a nigga, but then you trying to get my color because I got a natural tan. Yeah, that shit just fucking flowing my ass.
Let me ask you this question. And I think, I'm going to say it. Think about it. Because we might feel two different ways. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but this is my podcast. I don't care. So, you watching the news, right? You've been seeing all the, stop Asia hate, stop the Asian crime, hate crimes or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they come in at black people saying like, yo, why y'all ain't speaking out for us? But the Asians are the most anti-black race. They probably more racist than the white people, bro. Y'all ain't speak up for Black Lives Matter. Now y'all basically they saying, oh, y'all been oppressed, so come help us out. Watch out. And do you see how they do to black people in Japan?
Well, I see y'all.
Fight your own fight. Fight your own fight. That's all. That's how I feel about it.
So here's my thing is,
How many times have you been? Hold on. How many times have you been in the store and them Asian people followed you around?
Oh, I've been there plenty. Especially when I go to the little beauty shops and stuff like that.
Exactly. And y'all making the most money off black dollars, but y'all surveilling them like,
exactly,
come on,
exactly.
Nah.
So I'm kind of in the middle of how this
fight
stuff
your own
is
fight.
going down.
It's wrong, but it's been happening to us for centuries.
It's been going on.
Fight
for a long
your own
time.
fight because back y'all was the cop that was one of the cops that was protecting the nigga that killed George Floyd was Asian. Y'all ain't say nothing then.
No,
y'all ain't speak out for us then. Y'all are anti-black. Bro, I don't care. Boo-hoo.
They should have all the niggas that was bystanders at that damn thing with George Floyd. In my opinion, is that they could have beat that Asian ass. They could have beat that motherfucking police. Even if they had went to jail, they would have saved their life. But they stood around and all they just want to do is they want to film the shit. Because if I had been them, I would have went over there and knocked that fucking white police out. I wouldn't give a damn because if I had went to jail to save a life, that would have been meaningful for me because, again, he would have still been living today. That motherfucking white man sitting out there putting his leg on his neck and shit like that. For what? The nigga already been restrained. He got his hands locked up on his back and laying down. And then the little Asian motherfucker, I understand why niggas got frustration. But it ain't every Asian.
It ain't every Asian.
It ain't every Asian.
But you can say that about every race. It ain't every black person.
It ain't every black person. Because this is the thing that white people do. White people associate the black folk with certain different type of crimes. And no matter if we got a degree, they still label us as if we a thug from the street, right?
That's a fact. Whole time y'all niggas done stole countries.
They don't did all the gangster shit. They do all the gangster shit.
Y'all done gas niggas. White people.
I know.
And it's not every white person, but if you offended, then this is for you. Y'all are the biggest criminals.
Yeah.
Bro.
If you offended by this bullshit, get off this podcast and go talk to your mama and talk to Jesus, goddamn it, because that's all I'm going to tell you. Because look, this is real talk. This is real America. This is goddamn Pudge and Friends, and we're going to do it again.
Exactly.
So keep it on, because guess what? It's real talk. We'll tune in and keep tuning in again and again, because what we do and we talk real talk.
Hold on, and one thing I don't trust no white person with dreads, bro.
Nah, hell no. They fake. They fake like a motherfucker, boy. They fake. They fake niggas. That's what they do. They fake niggas.
Matter of fact, yo, that's why I always gotta ask if I'm your man, right? And you say, "Oh, can I bring my person?" You always gotta tell me if they white or not, bro. You just can't pop up with a white person unannounced, bro.
No, but
and I'm not racist. I'm just being funny.
No, I'm not racist either. I'm not racist.
It's just like crazy how they do us, bro.
No, and the thing is that when you got a white person that goddamn can tell you that they can name off how many black friends they got, them niggas racist. They selective. They selective racism because they were like, okay. Oh, Bobby Joe over here, he went to college and I like him and he's a good guy and he speaks so well. Nigga, what about the other niggas that you went to school with? What about the other motherfuckers that you played sports with that had your back when you was on that goddamn basketball court or you was on that football field or whatever?
So they name one black person?
Yeah, they name one or two black people and they think that's cool. Shit. Hell, I got a lot of white friends, and I can name every white friend, but I don't count them.
Yeah.
I don't know to count on, but I just know I got a lot of white friends. And that's what society need to understand is that we got to move past all this shit, and we got to understand that we are different by nature. We are different because God created us to be different because if all of us niggas or all of us white hunkies, shit like that, what the fuck we gonna do? We gotta have something to goddamn talk about, but goddamn, no matter what the color of our skin is, we still bleed the same way. We still die the same way, right?
Right.
Okay? It don't matter how much money you got or how much less money you got. We still gonna die and we gonna be buried the same damn way. The only thing that's gonna make a difference in what we do is our religion. If we believe in what we believe in and stuff like that. But other than that, all these motherfuckers want to be out here and talking about, hell, white lives matter. Hell, nigga, all lives matter. Black lives matter. All lives matter.
We're going to stop that right there. Listen, you can't say all lives matter because all lives matter is a combat to Black Lives Matter. And Black Lives Matter, wait, talking about Black Lives Matter does not mean your life don't matter. It's just emphasizing that Black Lives Matter, bro.
Exactly.
So you can't say all lives matter. No. Me saying that does not mean all lives don't matter. I'm just saying. I'm just put a stop to the all lives matter because that's a comeback to Black Lives Matter.
Listen, let me tell you this. Fuck them hunkies. Fuck them hunkies. Niggas need to live. And we need to live. And we gotta live. And I don't give a fuck who out here listening and all this stuff like that. Again, if you don't like what I'm saying, get the fuck off this page. Because I'm telling you, niggas' lives matter. We the most smartest, we the most brilliant people on the earth. We dominate every fucking thing we do. Sports, ain't no hunkies dominating this shit. It's all niggas.
Let me, and this is like totally off topic. It's just been on my brain. You know who Future is? You know Future?
Yeah.
You know Future, right? The rapper?
Yeah.
If Future would have been out in 1982, there would have been no Michael Jackson. And that's a fact.
Man, you don't fuck around and bump your head now.
Future.
Man, you don't bump your head now.
You must
don't bump your head now.
You must be thinking about somebody else now.
Nah, you don't bump your head. When you come to Michael Jackson and anybody else, you can't compare Michael Jackson. I'm a Michael Jackson fan.
Future.
That was the first concert that I ever went to in my life.
You passed out?
No, I ain't no Asian motherfucker. I ain't goddamn crying over Michael Jackson, but I was like shocked that I was seeing this motherfucker. I was shocked that was the first concert that I went to. But the thing is, Michael Jackson, you can't compare Future and Michael Jackson because they different styles of music.
No, just like Future got an R&B album that's better than Thriller.
Man, you crazy as hell.
I'm just telling you, Thriller is
you don't lost your young
Thriller is crazy.
Hold on, wait. I'm a Michael Jackson diehard fan. You can't beat Michael Jackson, just like you can't beat Prince. Both of them, I can't compare them two.
I never listened to Prince.
You never listened to Prince?
Never heard a Prince song in my life.
So Prince and Michael Jackson, they was in competition publicly, but they didn't have the same style of music.
You know what's funny? Prince told me, I said Prince told me. I watched the video. Prince said that he didn't like Michael Jackson because he didn't say Minnesota right. Because that's where he was from. Prince was a hater. He was a diva.
Prince was different, and he was just confrontational. Like Michael Jackson, when he made that one song called, Bad, And he wanted, because the hype at the time was between Michael Jackson and Prince, and there was a show that James Brown did where he brought out Michael Jackson and Prince, and so they got up there and they did a thing on James Brown's show. Mm-hmm. Well, Prince had a problem with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson didn't have a problem with Prince, so he wanted to do that bad video, and he wanted to be him and Michael Jackson. I mean, Michael Jackson wanted to be him and Prince doing his thing. And then Prince going, I'm not doing that. He said, because that first line is, your butt is mine. And he said, I'm not doing that stuff. But, what the fuck? So, both of the motherfuckers dead. And they dead. It don't mean shit right now because they should have got them collaborated and did some shit because Michael Jackson was the king of pop. Goddamn Prince was the king of rock or whatever the fuck he do and stuff like that. And he was a bad man. So
I couldn't even tell you, but I could tell you that one thing, that Thriller though. Hold on, let me see this real quick. This track list.
Thriller was bad. Now
check it out. I'll tell everybody. Thriller got 9 songs, right? And it would be a perfect album, right? If that number 2, Baby Be Mine, if it wasn't on there, it would be a perfect album because it got Wanna Be Starting Something, right? The Girl Is Mine. Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean, Human Nature, PYT, then A Lady in My Life.
Baby Be Mine. That's one of my favorite songs.
No, I didn't like it. That would make it a perfect album if that wasn't on there.
Nigga, you gay.
Nah.
Hey,
and
you
then,
gay. Come on. You gay if you don't like Baby Be Mine.
And then
that's a well-written song.
And then he was on the Girl Is Mine. He was arguing with a white man about a girl.
I know
that's your style. I know that's your style. You like argue with white man about girls. But
I ain't gotta do nothing to show my dick. That's all I gotta do. Hey, when it comes to a white man, all I gotta do is goddamn take my pants apart, goddamn, to show my dick. Ain't no argument there, nigga. Ain't nothing you gotta say, nigga. You can't even top this shit.
That's probably how racism started, anyways.
Yeah, well, again, back in the day, we had this man named Cecil. Cecil was a crazy man. He used to paint. His motherfucker was a painter. He was crazy as hell. And white men back in Beaufort used to pay him to service their wives.
You know what? I think I might start doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, first of all, you gonna have to goddamn go and get you some surgery, and you gonna have to goddamn put you some goddamn.
I told you they used to call me a horse.
No, you need to goddamn put you some steak around that motherfucker. You need to put you a weight on that motherfucker and stretch that motherfucker out.
So Cecil used to be getting paid to smash niggas.
Yeah, and he was crazy. That motherfucker used to chase us all the time. That motherfucker used to chase us. And the thing is, he used to go to the Kroger, and all he would buy is a bottle of ketchup.
And drink it.
He used to drink the ketchup.
That nigga's an assassin.
But that nigga can paint though. That nigga went to a house in Beaufort, and he, when he went to the house, before this nigga, he had his canvas sitting out in the front yard of the house, and this nigga counted every brick on the fucking house in the front because he was painting the front side of the house. He counted every brick before he painted it, and he put every brick in that damn house. Now they got pictures. They up in town, downtown Beaufort. I can take you up there to see them. Nigga was bad now. Now, he used to chase up when we was kids. He just chased my mama and my uncles when they was young. And then he was chasing us when I was young. I'm telling you, that nigga got there used to be like, all you got to do is you do like that. You do that wolf call like that. That nigga got them coming at you. I never forget.
What would he do if he caught you?
Oh, he gonna beat the fuck out of you. He gonna beat that motherfucker had some goddamn gorilla hands. And he would have that whole goddamn canvas thing on the back, and he walked everywhere he went.
He smoked coke, didn't he?
No, that nigga was retarded, man. I'm telling you, he had some mental issues. I never forget my sister's husband, Wayne. Me and him went to Winn-Dixie one time.
That nigga his first name is the last name. That's crazy.
And look, we sat right there, and Cecil was walking across 20, which is Beaufort Drive, and he had already crossed the street. Cause it's Goodwill right there now. So it used to be Winn-Dixie. we went in there, and I think we was going in there to buy some formulas and food or something like that. And so Wayne said, "Oh, do you realize we got in that motherfucking store? That man came back. He chased us up and down the goddamn aisles on the fucking in Winn-Dixie. We were running up and down the aisle.
Wait. Winn-Dixie? It was a Winn-Dixie here?
Yeah.
Yo, I thought that was only Florida.
There was a Winn-Dixie here. Used to be a Winn-Dixie here. They called themselves Winn-Dixie, the beef people.
Man, yo, that is crazy. I haven't seen Winn-Dixie in years.
Seen them now. Now, when we was in Memphis, they got a Winn-Dixie.
It's a Winn-Dixie there too?
Yeah, when we was in Memphis, there was a Winn-Dixie up there.
That is crazy.
But there's very few of them, though. And it used to be one in Swanee, like going towards, Target, Swanee. But, But that joker chased us. And it was crazy because we had to call the police.
Oh, wow.
Because this joker was going to kill us. Look,
stop playing with the
this motherfucker was so strong that he was at McDonald's, right? Mm-hmm. You know the light post, right? That they have in the parking lot. This son bitch was goddamn sitting out there just punching that motherfucker there. Boom! And he was rocking that light. That's how hard he was hitting that motherfucker. That man light was doing like this. And I was right there like, I ain't fucking with him. But when I got older and I got a little crazy, I said, okay, I got my piece on me. This nigga start acting crazy. I'm going to bust his cap in his ass. But then when I got older and we used to go to the American Legion, which used to be party zone for us and shit like that. Uh-huh. And he used to come in there. I used to talk to him. I said, I'm going to go I ain't going to be scared of this motherfucker for all my life and shit like that. But I had my pistol on me. And I just started talking to him. And actually, after I started talking to him and showed him that I wasn't scared of him, he actually turned out to be a goddamn good person. That's why I told him, I said, I want you to paint a portrait of me. I want you to do this. And he's like, I'll do it. I'll do it. This motherfucker used to goddamn be up in the downtown Beaufort. He'd be in the goddamn bikini. He had the one piece on. And he'll have a softball inside his goddamn pants.
What?
Yeah. That motherfucker used to be out there. He'd be riding the bike. He'd be riding a goddamn 10 speed. And that motherfucker had to be walking through town. He'd walk the bike, and then he'd get on the bike and ride it.
With a one piece on.
With a one piece on, with a softball, that motherfucker. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker crazy as hell. That nigga's crazy. That one night, I'd never forget, one night he chased us. All my cousins and all, we used to walk to this store called Totopo. Mm-hmm. And we used to walk from the trailer park to the Totopo. And so my cousins, like I said, Jamie and Man, they were crazy. They do some wilding out bullshit. And so they were like, oh! The next thing you know,
tell me off. So is that nigga like the Candy Man? Like you just wolf call and he just automatically there?
Yeah, he was crazy.
I'm just saying, like, is that like you say his name and he appear like Candy Man? Because like, that
motherfucker would be walking. I mean, he always walked everywhere he went. He always walked.
And he just so happened to be there. He
just so happened to goddamn be there.
That nigga is a shapeshifter.
That motherfucker goddamn did some bullshit though. But he chased her ass, and by the time we got the Totopo, we didn't leave Totopo because that motherfucker was outside, goddamn ready to kill our ass. And so we used to right there. We had to have Totopo, the clerk at Totopo, to call the police. To get the police to come up there because we couldn't leave out the store.
And what was his name?
His name was Cecil. Cecil Ramsey. That motherfucker was crazy as hell. But like I said, when I got older and I started carrying my pistol, and of course I was in shape, and I was boxing at the time, and the hell I was in good shape. So I was like, this motherfucker ain't fuck with me. I ain't scared of him no more. Mm-hmm. But I ain't had no problem with him. I had no problem with him after that.
I ain't gonna lie, but we gonna have to burn some sage or some incense because you just did that wolf call like 3 times. That nigga, his ghost ain't finna hunt me, bro.
Look. All I'm gonna tell you is, I got this thing I'm gonna tell you about the voodoo shit that I used to do.
This nigga, what?
Voodoo, yeah, voodoo, real boy.
You used to do voodoo?
How much time we got?
No, we go ahead, let it go, let it
go. So back in the day, I used to get in trouble and stuff like that, and so. This guy my daddy introduced me to this man. His name was Reverend Carl. Reverend Carl was a voodoo doctor. When you go to him, he's out past Union City. He's out on this country road, his old fucking house and stuff like that. So Reverend Carl would go in there, you tell him what your problem is and what you need help with, and this motherfucker will give you all this bullshit and say, hey, do this stuff, and all this stuff will go away. Mm-hmm. Okay? So the selling factor was he got this man off. This man killed his wife, took his wife's body to the damn police department and said, I killed my wife. He went to Reverend Carr. Reverend Carr gave him stuff. He got off.
Wait, hold on.
So
What?
I shit you not. That was a story.
How did he get out?
But whatever the voodoo was that Reverend Carr gave him, got him off.
But I'm saying he had to go to Reverend Carl before he did that. Because how you turn a body in?
He sat right there, and after he took the body there. Of course, they locked him up. He bonded out. Okay. And he went to Reverend Carr, and he never done a day in time. He never done that, even after he admitted to killing his wife. And he went to Reverend Carr. Because Reverend Carr, let me tell you some shit he did for me. I was just on some bullshit, dope charges and shit like that.
52 rocks.
And look, I sat right there, and I went to him, and he gave me some shit. He gave me a whole package deal. He said, okay, here's some wood. He gave me some fucking wood, little pieces of wood. He said, chew them motherfucker. He said, before you go in the courthouse, he said, you throw the goddamn wood in your mouth. And he said, don't throw it, don't spit it out. He said, but when the judge walk out, they'll sit on the bench out there. He said, you spit it out. And he said, you won't goddamn go to jail. You won't do nothing. I did that shit. And it worked. Every single time I went to that motherfucker, I got that wood. And I'd be like, as soon as the judge come out, I go, spit that shit out. Then he gave me a candle. He said, burn this candle for 7 days. He said, but the spirit's coming. He said, so put a glass of water right there. And so I put a glass of water right there. Now, scientifically, it has to be the fact that I had the water by a candle that was burning hot and it evaporated. But that water got gone. And the candle was still burning. I was like, how in the hell this shit happened? I was like, damn, this voodoo shit working. So then I kept going back to court. They kept putting the shit off. I mean, this shit went on for 2 years. Every time I would go to him.
What's his name, Reverend Carl?
Reverend Carl.
Shout out Reverend Carl, getting niggas off of jail.
He gave me, he said, I need you. He said, this is what I want you to do. He said, you got a loved one that's in the graveyard? I was like, yeah, at the time, my grandmama had passed away. My granddad was still living. He said, what I need you to do is go to the gravesite. He said, at the head of the body and at the foot of the body, he said, dig a hole. He said, take a quarter. He said, put a quarter with the head up and take an egg and put the egg with the pointing side down on the head and the foot of the body. And he said, they're going to protect you. I did that shit at nighttime. You talking about a nigga in the goddamn cemetery at nighttime. Digging. I was scared of that motherfucker out there. But all I can tell you is that case never came. That case kept going on and on, kept getting put off for years.
That nigga, I hope you know that nigga a demon, bro.
Now he is.
That nigga a demon, bro.
Not only me, but my daddy used to go, my uncle used to go, and I like I said, I don't know. There has to be some kind of scientific shit behind it. But all I know is that shit we used to do, and then I got to a point to where I said, well, hell, I got to start doing this shit. I ain't selling my soul to the devil and shit like that because that shit was working. Boy, I got to go to court. That motherfucker say, we ain't calling your case today. I said, what? We ain't calling my case?
You said you had to stop because what? You said you had to stop because what?
Yeah, because that shit was scary, boy. That shit was scary, boy. I'm talking about shit. I was seeing all kind of crazy.
See, that's one
shit.
thing. Black people don't play with no demons, no
black
spirits.
people do. In New Orleans, they do.
Oh yeah, in New Orleans.
New Orleans, they got them do that voodoo bullshit and stuff like that.
The Haitians all over the place.
Yeah,
like,
fuck them motherfuckers. Right
nah, just a little bit. Oh, let me ask you a question though. Would you spend the night from 10 p.m. till 6:30 in the morning at a graveyard?
Hell yeah. Because
you gotta sleep by somebody's graveyard.
No, I will, because here's what I learned. I used to be scared to ride by. Hell, that was a place that used to just make caskets that I used to drive by when I used to go out and hang out, and I used to be scared to drive at this place. Mm-hmm. And cemeteries, I used to be scared. I ain't scared of the people. They dead. They can't do shit to you. But I didn't know that at the time. But later on in life, I realized, like, it's the safest motherfucking place to be at. Because if I was on the run, when I was on the run and all that stuff like that, guess where I would go? I go sit at the cemetery. I go sit at the cemetery. I sit right there and I talk to my grandmama and some of my other loved ones and stuff like that. I just sit out there. I just sit out there because who coming to the graveyard at nighttime? Nobody. I sit out there. I get me a damn
That
six
is
pack.
smart.
I sit out there. I had me a little fold-up chair. I go out there. I used to park my car on the backside so that they couldn't see if any police came by or something like that. But they wasn't coming up in there, even if they seen a car. But I used to park my car on the backside, and I used to walk, and I have to show it to you. But I used to go out there, and I used to sit in the cemetery. Like when I used to get away and all that stuff like that, part of my on the run shit, I used to go out there and just sit in the cemetery. I bring me a 6-pack of them tall boys, and I sit in the cemetery. Because ain't nobody coming to the cemetery at nighttime.
That is smart. Yo, any gangsters that's listening right now, we're putting y'all on game.
Yeah, that's game right there. Because who coming to the cemetery? And ain't nobody waking up.
That's game.
Ain't nobody waking up because, like I said, it's what I was taught. I was always taught to fear the funeral yard, the graveyard, and I realized later on that I don't need to fear them. Ain't nobody coming over there. Even though that there are spirits and all that stuff like that, I wasn't deep into it like that. So I just realized that if I needed to hide and I needed to get away for a little bit, I know if I go there, that's the last place somebody gonna come and try to look for you. Even if it's the police, the FBI, ain't nobody going to the goddamn a grave site to look for your ass. And like I said, when I park my car, I used to park my car on the backside. I get out there with a chair. I sit out there in the chair. I sit right there by my grandmama's grave. And I sit right there. I drink my beer and I talk to her in spirit. Nobody didn't come out there. And I would be out there till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm sitting right there because if something was going on, I would sit there until I felt like, if I felt comfortable for, knowing that I can go back home because everything is unsettled and stuff like that. And I used to just sit right there. Because, again, the grave site is the best site to go hide at because ain't nobody finna come there. Nobody. Because everybody's scared. Oh, that's the grave site. Oh, I'm scared. Hell, everybody dead out here.
That is crazy. Real quick before we sign off, and this is just random. Do you got any advice to tell anybody that's listening right now that's on the run, hiding from the law? Any advice? Any tips?
So here's my thought. Here's my advice to anybody that may be on the run or doing some crazy stuff. First of all, number 1, don't panic. Number 2, just understand that these police officers and stuff like that, they go to a job just like we do, so they ain't always 100%. So they're going to make mistakes, right?
Right.
So when you doing your thing, don't do nothing in your name. So if you go to a hotel and stay, I did the wrong shit. I put shit in my name. That's how they come. So I had to put shit in somebody else's name. So what saved me was I had money. I was able to hide. I was able to put my hotel in somebody else's name. And if you listening and you on that run, do the same thing. But in the meantime, whatever you do, whether you're working on a job or whether you on the goddamn flip side or on the streets, save your money, hire an attorney, and make that shit go away. Because that's what I used to do. I used to do that shit all the time. It's like I hide out. I make sure I got enough money. When I went to an attorney, I talked to him, and he tell me, hey, I said, I don't want to goddamn plead out. I want you to make it go away. Tell me how much it take to go away. This one lawyer named Walt Britt, that motherfucker told me, it's going to cost you $20,000. I'll make this shit go away. I said, you got it. $20,000 I had to pay it, but he made the shit go away. I didn't have to deal with none of that bullshit.
Right.
And so that's what I'm saying. So advice to anybody that's listening to today, and if you on that hood shit, and you on that real shit, and you on that goddamn on the run shit, do what I do. Get yourself away. Don't hang around motherfuckers that you know. Get away from them motherfuckers, because they going to snitch on your ass. Yeah. Because they fucking around about, I got $10,000. Them motherfuckers snitching. They going to tell them.
Niggas for sure. Yo, shout out to the niggas that snitched on their homeboy for the $3,000 reward on Crime Stoppers.
Yeah, fuck that bullshit. That shit ain't even worth it. Got that damn $3,000 be spent by the time you snitch. Shit, you be so right there talking about, yeah, I'm finna tell that. Well, he over here. And by the time you get that $3,000, you done bought all kind of bullshit. You be like, damn, I done fucked up. So it ain't worth it. So help your homeboy out. Help him go in the hide and don't snitch, because that's what I'm saying. I had a situation like that where I had to cut myself loose. I couldn't tell nobody where I was at.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell nobody because that one situation I told you about last time when they come to my room and shit, I had my intuition, my gut feeling I had to leave, and I just like every time I went somewhere that police was coming, I said, well, I'm gonna start telling anybody where I was at. And when I stopped telling everybody where I was at, now my older brother, I told him because he only knew, but he wasn't in the street. My brother, he was a white collar guy.
Yeah.
And so at that point, nobody ever knew, and I never had a problem. But when I got that damn money up and paid that $20,000, all my problems went away.
Shout out to Reverend Carl, man. We out. Ew.
All right, man. Y'all keep tuning in to Pudge and Friends, because we're going to do it again.
Another part 3. And you know part 3 coming.
Part 3 going to come, and it's going to be better than part 2.
Not even half the stories, neither.
Not even half the stories. I got not even half the story, but we're going to do it again.
For sure.
And I can tell you right now, this podcast ain't for everybody, man.
5, 4, 3, 2